Hi everyone, I'm Diane Applewhite. Today I am making banana pudding. Let me show you. The first thing I am making is the topping. I am using a half pint of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to use a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a teaspoon and a half, about a teaspoon and a half of sugar. And I'm going to whip this up. I've been mixing this for about a minute now. I'm going to stop it and see where the peaks are. And I think it's just right here. I want them a little thicker. You want to make sure though the peak is nice and stiff on there. So I'm going to mix this for about another 30 seconds. Well, my topping is ready, and I'm going to place it in the refrigerator until I am ready for it. For the pudding, I am going to mix a half cup of sugar, 2 egg yolks, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's what this is. Get it all in there. And this is 2 1/4 cups of whole milk. I'm going to pour that in. And before I forget, I'm going to put just a pinch of salt, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. About 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add that. And I'm just going to get that all mixed first. First with this little spatula. And then I'm going to go ahead and really mix it with the whip. Get that all mixed in together. Okay, and once that's mixed, what I'm going to do is let it cook over medium-low heat. It's been about 7 to 8 minutes, and the pudding is just starting to bubble, just starting to thick just a bit. So now I'm going to take it off the burner. Here is the pudding once I took it off the burner. It's thickened, but it's still pourable. Now I'm going to add the 4th tablespoon of butter and 2 teaspoons of banana, yes, banana extract. I'm going to add that. And for the fun of it, just to add a little color to it, I'm going to put about 1-2 drops of yellow food coloring. And get that mixed. The pudding is ready. My topping, nice and fluffy and chilled. I have my 5 bananas and my vanilla wafers. And the first thing I'm going to do is take a scoop, just a little bit of the pudding, and put it at the bottom of the dish. This is a 2-inch dish. I'm going to put it at the bottom of the dish. And I see a couple of specks. I don't know where they came from, but let me just move those out, those little specks. And I'm going to take some vanilla wafers and start to just place them in the bottom on top of that pudding. And I'm just going to place them all in the bottom. Got the first layer of wafers on there. Now I'm going to cut up about 1.5 banana, just layer on there on the top. The bananas layered. Now I'm going to place about 1/3 of the pudding over the bananas, and you don't have to have the bananas all, doesn't have to be perfect. You just layer it according to your preference. That's all I'm doing. So I put about 1/3 of the pudding on here. Now what I'm going to do is the fun part. I'm going to scoop up some of the whipped topping that I made. I don't like to mix it in. I rather just scoop it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 2 little nice scoops on here. And I am just going to kind of layer it on top of the pudding. Now I'm going to add another layer of the vanilla wafers. Get those on here. Nice little roll. Yes. This is going to be delicious. Straighten those rolls out. Don't have to be perfect, but on these must go. I'm also going to put a few wafers on the side here. Kind of push them down. Just about 3 on one side. And now I am cutting up another layer of the bananas. And you might notice that for the second layer of wafers, I used more wafers. I'm going to spread another layer of the pudding. Another 1/3 of the pudding I'm going to put on here. I'm going to spoon on a little bit more. Another layer of the whipping, the topping. And I'm going to put another layer of wafers. I know y'all can see how delicious this is going to be. Now I'm putting on the last layer of bananas, and I had 5 bananas, and I'm putting on the last layer of the bananas. I'm putting on my last bit of pudding. And it's going to be like a thin layer of the remaining pudding that I put on here. I'm going to put the remaining topping on here now in dollops. This time I guess I'll put about 4, and then I'm gonna get those spread and and this time I don't mind at all if it gets mixed in with the remaining of the pudding. So I'm just going to get all this all nice and twirled into the pudding this time. Last thing I'm going to do is top this off. Garnish it with about 10 crushed wafers. That's what's going to go on the top. Everything scratch, I'm telling you, makes the best banana pudding. I am going to let this chill for about an hour, and while it is chilling in the refrigerator, I am getting my dish and my spoon ready. Banana pudding, y'all. Everything from scratch except the bananas and the wafers. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Bye-bye.